Hey everybody, this is Corey Salty True Floyd, and welcome to Salty Cinema. Today we're going to be talking with AsiaMmkay about one of the funniest, bloodiest films from the early 2000s. It was a culmination of two cinematic titans finally going head to head. It was beautiful, it was cringy, it was 2003. Today we're going to be talking about Freddy versus Jason. Asian K's already put out a video on her channel about how much she did not like this film. I beg to differ. We're going to sit here and chat about it, and it's going to be a good time. I hope you guys are ready. The popcorn is popped. The attitudes are in the seats. It's time to talk about Freddy versus Jason. Let's roll.
I like that. I like that.
So, guys, of course, this is Salty Cinema. For you folks who are new here, I normally sit down and talk about a movie in a more extended situation here. I normally have on guests, and one of my most frequent guests has always been Asia MK. She's damn near unofficial co-host. What's up, Asia?
Hello, hello. How are y'all? Or you? Or they? He? Nah. It's been a long month. I know what day it is. It's the 24th. That's crazy.
uh, we over here at American Medias, we've been very busy behind the scenes. So I apologize for neglecting you guys for several weeks, and we really haven't had the chance to go over a lot of horror films this year. Don't worry, I will make it up somewhere along the way.
Okay, I remember
But
that.
okay, yeah.
I'm
But in the
what's that?
meantime, on Asia's channel, she did a video about Freddy versus Jason that I ain't gonna lie, kind of got to me. I was like, hey,
It got to you. In my
it was
defense, in my defense, I just want to talk about the beef origin. That's it. In my defense, and I made a little comment saying that I feel like the film should have never been made. Now, am I wrong?
what?
No, no, I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. I'm the victim. I had to
Come,
watch that. I'm
come
the
on.
I'm the victim. My
First
parents
off,
dragged me to that movie theater too. I had no choice. Had no choice. They said you going to this movie. It's like, oh, I am. They said you want to go here or stay home. So I went to the movies. So who wants to stay home and do chores? So I went. It was cool and all. And I watched again as an adult. And I was like, nah, y'all should never did this one. Y'all should never did this. That's just me.
for those of you who might not be horror aficionados, Freddy versus Jason was a it was a clash of cinematic titans, if you will, because in the 80s, during the dawn of the slasher, there were several names that constantly rung out.
Yep.
Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger.
That's true. That they were the Titans. They were the Titans. Texas Chainsaw Massacre did come out in the 70s, but no one really put them up there like that. No offense to, the massacre. Don't let me kind of break down my door with a chainsaw. I'm just saying, like those are three I think of. Top of my
When
head.
it comes when it comes down to very weird and supernatural slashers, I feel like these two definitely take the cake over Michael Myers and, of course, a very late addition, Chucky.
Really, the funny thing is that my favorite slasher film is Halloween. Something about that original one.
Now, don't get me wrong. I think
Not
the Halloween movies are good, even the ill-fated Season of the Witch. But that's a that's a conversation for another day.
there.
So let's really get into this. So
Okay.
the here is where here's where the entire premise of this film came from.
And this what grinds my gears is the premise. But okay, okay,
The very
I'll let you cook.
the very idea of this came from Jason Goes to Hell, the final chapter. It was a it's kind of like Alien Predator 2. It was a very subtle, you could have done without an Easter egg. Because at the very end of the movie where Jason does go to hell, his mask literally sits on top of some dirt. A hand comes out with some flames and a red and green sweater, and clawed fingers grabs the mask and drags it to hell. This was like 1990, I want to say 293.
Something like that, 90s, yeah.
The whole like everyone who saw this, they yelled. They was like, "Yeah!" And a decade went by since then. Now, funny story is, this is one of those movies that definitely was in development hell because there were so many scripts that came across New Line's table to do this movie, and a lot of them were horrible.
Horrible.
Horrible. Like I distinctly remember that one of them literally had Ted Bundy as a referee.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Evil do, but okay, okay. That man was wild.
There was a lot of interest. Now there was a lot of this was also a very interesting time, especially in filmmaking, because we had a very interesting run of foreign directors coming over to direct films, and this was one of them. This was directed by Japanese director Ronnie Wu or
Hmm.
Ronnie Yu. He also did Bride of Chucky.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, same guy.
I never heard of that.
He also did Bride of Chucky, and I think after that, I think Fearless. Like, there's not like not a lot of not a lot of works I know him for,
Yeah.
but this is definitely one of them, and it's such a this is such out of all the scripts that could have possibly been done, I think this was maybe the smarter route to go, even for what it is.
As somebody who thinks that this movie should have been made, honestly, this was the most logical script. I
Yeah,
don't know what they had in the works, but I will give flowers. It makes sense. Now,
trust me. If I believe if you're folks who still own the DVD to Freddy versus Jason, there's a second disc and it goes in depth on the other scripts. It was really weird and really bad.
I know it
Like
even
there was
existed. Really?
there was one script where Freddy the connection between Freddy and Jason was really morbid.
Okay.
Like Freddy, when he was alive, at one point essayed Jason's mom. So
Okay.
Freddy Krueger was actually Jason's dad.
Okay.
Yeah, that awkward side. Yeah. So
Okay. Whatever.
yeah.
Let's
So
forcing
number
that one together.
yeah. It could have been a lot weirder, but I like this. I like this script because it took what we knew and it used it because, of course, Freddy Krueger had been he had been terrorizing Springwood for decades now, literally behind almost destroying an entire generation of teenagers.
Pretty much.
And the town was well aware of him and his abilities. So they did the one thing that seemed logical. And it's so interesting now, especially post pandemic, to see what they did. They took everyone that they knew, every teenager they knew who had been in contact with Freddy Krueger, and put them in a mental institution and cut them off from the rest of the world and deleted any and all archives of Freddy Krueger. They literally snuffed this man out. And if no one fears Freddy Krueger has no powers.
Fair. That's where he gets his draw from.
Yeah. And they put the people who were in the mental institution under a very experimental drug that's already been seen in Nightmare on Elm Street called Hypnosil, which
Yep.
is supposed to suppress dreams. Of course, Freddy Krueger, when he figures this out, he's eight different kinds of pissed. Which, by the way, his opening monologue in this film is it's good, and plus, the we all know what Freddy Krueger looks like,
Yeah.
but for this particular movie, they gave him several different looks, especially for like close-ups, and Robert England still has that energy and vibe, so it was still haunting in its very own special way. But he pretty much is like, well, being dead's one thing, but being forgotten, well, that's a whole bitch.
I know that hurts, huh? That hurts deep down in his soul.
But of course, he's like, well, he figured out a way how to get the town to fear him again. Hence, he searches hell and finds Jason Voorhees,
Mm-hmm.
who's living his best afterlife by
Yeah,
re- by replaying his favorite hits, literally. And of course, Freddy Krueger used. Yeah, all right. I'll give you this, Asia. Okay,
okay, thank you. Yes, yes.
I'll give you this.
Give me the bone.
There is no reason why Jason Voorhees is this big as fuck country strong motherfucker.
Look,
For
like I
some
said, yeah.
for, for
I was
someone who who drowned in a lake at 10 years old,
yeah.
I don't understand where he went to afterlife prison and lift weights.
Look, anger does that to you. I get it. I get it. I don't know what he was lifting up in there, but he tall and he's
You know,
big.
him,
So
you know,
so I get
him,
why Freddy picked him out. Like if I see a tall, big old dude with a machete, I would be scared too. Like I think
him and Michael Myers. Because I'm just like, yo, both of y'all are just some really big diesel ass dudes. Michael Myers is weirder because it was like, bro, you were in regular mental institution for most of your life. Why
yeah.
are you so strong?
I don't know what he. I
Like,
don't know what they
no
put in
one,
his food.
no one lets you lift weights.
I don't know.
But anyway, Freddy causes Jason to come back to life, to go straight to Springwood and start killing kids, and hopefully rumors and everything starts stirring up, and Freddy starts getting power again.
Now that's one thing I give Freddy. Okay, he picked the right person. Okay, that is kind of scary. Yeah, if Michael Myers was there, I'd be kind of scared. But a machete versus like his little kitchen, yeah, I think I'd be more afraid of machete. Ain't gonna lie. But the annoying part is, out of all of this, Freddy went down to hell to get Jason, and I'm thinking to myself, Jason, aren't you suspicious? Like, aren't you like, nah, homie, like I'm cool here, hell, I got used to it. Why should I help you type of deal? Like,
Jason has such a one track brain, so it's like
obviously, I was like, say something, but he don't be saying nothing. So he just be killing, you know. That's part why he got swole with it. It's some arms. I get it now. I get it. I don't know that would grind my gears. I was like, come on, bro. Really? Okay. So now fast forward, like you said, now he in the town slashing folks. Crazy.
Now we meet our movies, Scooby Gang, because at the end, no, because at the end of the day, there's really no other way to put it. It's like it's Scooby Gang.
Was it Kelly
Uh,
Rowland
it-
in this film? Kelly Rowland?
yes,
Oh, why she in this film? Girl,
Kelly Kelly Rowland was the token black
she
in
was a
this.
token black. They love doing that.
You
Ah,
know, like I ain't gonna lie, her line delivery was fucking atrocious at times. Yeah. like
I cannot. I remember I saw the cast. I was like, I forgot they was up in here, and I saw Kelly Rowland. I was like, Kelly Rowland, man.
it's just like yeah. Listen, I already knew Kelly was gonna die. I was like, we just don't know when and
I already knew.
how.
I already knew. I was like, oh, here we go.
But I love how they made the final girl Lori.
Yeah.
They made like apparently she lives in Freddy Krueger's old house, and I'm just like, yo,
What a coincidence.
not even that, but it's like if y'all trying to like if I'm part of the townsfolk who want to keep Freddy Krueger's spirit dead,
Yeah.
why would y'all keep that house up?
What a coincidence.
That shit would have been an abandoned crack house in
I
my
would have
neighborhood.
blown it up. I would have blown it up.
That shit.
I will burn it, but it might I don't know be like a signal to him. He might get drawn back to that. I don't know, but blown it up or something. I don't know. Demo, wrecking ball.
Right. Speaking of wrecking ball, though, of course, it's a bunch of rowdy teenagers hanging out in a thunderstorm. Then the guys show up, and all of the very token rules of slasher films
Yeah.
are on full display.
Oh, facts.
Ass Asshole guy and his dumbass friend show up. Asshole guy goes upstairs to get laid. Also, side note, only in horror movies is it so casual to go over someone else's house, grab your girlfriend to go upstairs and fuck in someone else's bedroom.
Smash. Like every
I,
horror film, either somebody else's bedroom, especially their parents' bedroom, or a car or something, they get clapped up. Horror movie 101. Stop being horny. Hey.
I'm like, listen, I've been to my fair share of house functions, and nobody's just fucking in like the random guest bedroom because one, a lot of motherfuckers' houses don't have guest bedrooms.
True.
Two, y'all not supposed to be getting that amount of privacy with a whole bunch of people over. I'm
Somebody's
like,
gonna be like, oh, two people are missing. Let me go find them.
it's like, oh, I know where they are. But it's like, nigga, y'all fucking in my house on my brother's bed. What type of shit is y'all on?
That's crazy,
But
isn't it? And I'm not smashing. We got a problem. We got a problem. You gotta be smashing. I'm not smashing. Saying
but
crazy.
but but of course, the guy or girl both set themselves up for death, and I love that early 2000s editing they do with shit because because even like Jason quietly walked into this house that was already full of people downstairs. He smelled the Badissi in the air.
But
It
he
was just
did.
like, oh, someone's fucking upstairs. Oh, time to cock block.
Exactly. Hater. Hater.
He went up there and like just stabs this dude through the mattress, and
Crazy.
then just takes the mattress and crunches it together. And I'm just like,
I was like,
so
you
you
could have
didn't
just left him
stab.
there.
I was just like, he was already dead and dying. I don't think nothing could have saved him. But Jason was like, nah, not good enough.
That's crazy. At first, it's like, is he trying to be polite, clean up his mess? But I don't know.
And
Unnecessary.
of course, the girl finds the body. They freak out, and you just see everyone running outside.
Understandable.
The
I'm
police
with you.
the police respond. And even the police are always like, "Hey, it's that house. It's that house. It gotta be him. It's Freddy Krueger." Yo, their police chief was treating this nigga like Voldemort. We was like, keep that name out of your mouth.
Literally.
But I love the idea that just that alone already got his name going, and our main girl Lori already has like she literally has her first Freddy nightmare like just what minutes later, and it
It
was
was
the
that
early
quick, I guess.
and it was the early 2000s when jump scares were like really crucial.
You got a
So
point. That was a thing back then.
yeah, like Freddy versus Jason was a interesting time capsule. It was a very interesting time capsule because it was like it was good. Was it Oscar worthy? Fuck no.
No, absolutely not.
God no. Hell no. I'm not stupid.
Okay.
but
I'll give the film that. It was a fun time. It was a fun time.
and of course Lori once upon a time had like a boyfriend who all of a sudden just went missing, and apparently he's one of those kids that had Freddy Krueger syndrome, and he was out at this mental facility with him and his homie whose brother got murdered by Freddy.
Dang.
And of course, when they find out because of the news, they're like, "Hey, that's my girlfriend." And they're like, "Well, tough luck." And it
Sorry
was
for
like,
titties.
and his homie was like, "Yo, do you really want to save her?" He was like, "Yeah." So his
That's
homie,
wicked. Not his homie trying to say.
no, because here's the thing: these dudes is at this mental facility where they're technically safe. They're safe, and I ain't gonna lie, his homeboy was a ride or die because the way he got them out was pretty crazy. And he literally was fucking with the orderly until the point that the orderly called him and sedated him, and in the midst of it stole his ID card so they could get out. And I'm just like, wait,
So smart.
so you trying to tell me you could have escaped this whole damn time? That's how serious this shit was. I
I give him that.
get like, and also the dude that dude that plays that role, I think his name's Brendan Fletcher. He
My name
played
sounds
Mark or
familiar.
something. I saw that dude in like several other movies where he played like I don't even know if this is YouTube friendly.
Uh oh.
He played a mass shooter
He did?
in several movies called Rampage.
Rampage.
It's like
I
he
got to see
crashed out
Rampage.
on a like he crashes out on like a grand scale in these films, and that's something for y'all to check out. I don't think I will ever bring them up on this channel because
Oh.
it's way too much.
Oh, I see
It's
now.
way it's way too much. So this will probably be my only time ever bring that movie up. So and of course the next and then of course even the other guy's homie got murdered that same night by Jason after he had another nightmare with Freddy. And I'll give you this: this death is fucking stupid, Asia. This death is fucking stupid because it makes absolutely no sense. It makes absolutely no, it doesn't because his homie just got murdered.
Yeah.
They all went down to the police station. His dad brings him home. Him and his dad have a dumbass argument. He's like, "Were you over someone else's house drinking beer?" He's like, "Dad, my friend just got murdered." He's like, "Is this really the conversation you want to have right now?" His dad goes inside. He has another drink and falls asleep. Freddy Krueger haunts him and uses like his sh- his shat his shadow clone to attack him, but it didn't kill him. It
No.
wasn't strong enough. So then the dude wakes up. He's still on his porch, and his dad's sitting next to him like this. And when he looks at his dad, he's like, "Dad, what's wrong?" He touches his dad. His dad's head just falls off
Yeah.
and lands on him. And then behind him, Jason's there with the machete. And I'm like, "So wait, what?"
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Like,
If my mission was to murk people 2 seconds later after I slash a dad, I'm slashing him next.
like it's almost like Jason knew what was happening, so he was like, "Hold on, I'm gonna make this funny. I'm gonna cut him real smooth. I'll make sure his head don't fall off. I'm gonna wait for him to wake up.
Crazy.
As soon as he wakes up, he's like, oh shit, he's holding his dad's head. He sees me. Ha ha. So
Yeah.
it's out like this is some prime stupid shit. But at the time, no one cared.
Yeah, literally. Because, like I said, when I first saw the first, I think nothing of it, but I just had these thoughts come up. Now that I'm adult,
Yes.
that's it.
And of course they get to school, they find out the two guys are dead, and you see more of this high school where everything's well and all these kids look like they're literally 22 and 23.
Isn't
And
that
there's
funny?
one. Yo, and which reminds me, there's this side character. I guess he joins the Scoobies by default.
Scoobies.
His,
Sorry.
his name, like his name's Freebird, but he's clearly supposed to be Jay from Jay and Silent Bob.
Ah, that's a good one, Drew. Solid Bob.
Yeah, but no, like he's the stoner. He's even dressed like Jay. Like he's even dressed like him. Because at one point he's like, yeah, because every time they get to him, he's talking about weed or he's saying some really wild shit, and I'm just like,
True.
was Jason Mewes in like rehab or something? Is there a reason why y'all didn't?
Yeah.
No, like I mean, jokes aside, Jason Mewes went through a lot of shit during that time. So because it feels like they wanted to hire him, but they couldn't.
True. I can see
Like
that.
it's it's one of those things where when he was too much of his character to the point of parody. Because I was just like, or maybe it's because they couldn't get him and Kevin Smith together. I don't know.
Oh no.
I don't know. But apparently, despite the fact that two classmates were murdered the night before, it's high school. It's a movie, so of course they plan on having a rave in the middle of the forest,
Isn't
or
that
or
wicked?
or a cornfield. I
Because
don't
in
know.
real life, it would have been curfews, it would have been lockdowns, but okay.
Yeah, they apparently not enough not enough murders happened.
Few
but
people.
but uh,
Okay. Oh well. Shrug off. Crazy.
but uh but while they're all in high school, literally discussing who died, our two little psychos show up, and they're just like, "Hey, we haven't seen each other in years. It's because the town put us in a insane asylum because Freddy Krueger's real." Perfect thing to say in the middle of classes while there's dozens of kids in the hallway.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, you kids are smart and stupid all at the same time.
Isn't it lovely?
I was like, y'all recognize that y'all are quarantined because y'all knew of this thing. And the first thing y'all do when y'all show up back to town and got into this high school was tell her as well as 50 other kids in the fucking hallway that yeah, this guy that kills you in your dreams is real.
And if I hear that, yeah, I'll get a little scared and be a little suspicious.
Like none of y'all niggas thought, yo, bringing him up just makes things worse.
It might conjure him. No, no, not. That's like a Candyman situation. Like no, nobody says that.
Yeah. But but fuck all that. Let's go down. Let's go down. What else? What were your biggest issues here?
My biggest thing is one, I feel that yes, I know people was demanding this because it was kind of sort of hyped up and everything like that. But I just feel it just never should have been made.
Why?
I had so many conversations about this dang movie with multiple people that had different thoughts and opinions about why they thought this movie was good as like a horror fan and seminar and for the culture. And I was like, I get that, yes. And as I was sitting there and listening to like all these different people, these different conversations, I realized something about myself. My opinion is technically biased because I realized I
Yeah,
don't
because
like crossovers. I don't like
okay.
crossovers. None of them.
Yeah,
There's been so many TV and like movie crossovers. Well, not really so many being dramatic, but there's movies and TV crossovers that I just never liked. I just do not like crossovers. I just feel like it's just pandering to viewers. Okay, I just want a product, a show, a movie idea, simply because it was original. Y'all want to do it, not because you know what the fans want this. Let's just bend over and give them what they want. I don't want that to be your sole objective. I want you to genuinely do it because you come up with 15 20 different random scripts to make this idea work to just feed the system, feed this algorithm of these hungry people trying to get this damn film. And I'm just not with it. So pretty much my main issue is just the premise, like the idea, just the
the plot.
execution. They did what they did with what they had. Okay, I'll give them that, which is cool. Everybody's effing with it. People still watch it to this day because they like it. Yeah, but I just feel it's just them coming up with this. It should never happen. I wish they never showed that scene back in the day with Freddy's hand coming out of the dirt, grabbing the mask. I feel like if they never did that, people would have thought about it this hard and
For,
manifested this film. I just feel like this film should have never just happened.
if I had a cap, I would have put it on that because this is a conversation that has always been a thing, even if it wasn't for that Easter egg. Just because we are nerds, we constantly try to put motherfuckers against other motherfuckers, even though they shouldn't even cross paths. Let's
Fair.
like that. This conversation was going to happen regardless. Now, there's a lot of things about this film. The plot is quite the stretch. And again, I say this: if you ever hear about the other ideas for the plot, you'll realize this was the
Most
shiniest
logical
turd
one.
out of all of them.
Yeah, the most logical. Yeah.
The
I
main
give it
characters, the main characters are fucking cardboard. At the end
yeah.
of the day, at
What
the end of the
napkins?
day, at the end of the day, they're each such stereotypes that you see in slashers that they're just they're how does what does Bender call them? Meat bags. They're
Meat
just they're just
bags.
they're just meat bags set up for the slaughter.
Gotta say
Even
it.
though even though Kelly Rowland teasing Freddy Krueger was
That's such kind of funny, ain't gonna lie.
so
I'm just
that was so funny, and Freddy Krueger was so racist.
yeah.
It was so because it
Yeah.
was like
It was so
he was
funny.
like
Yeah.
he was like, should I kill this bitch that brought me into the real world? Wait a minute, a black girl. Hmm,
Yeah.
hard to pick. Dark meat. I'm like,
The black.
nigga, really? Yo, yo on Peacemaker, I'm black.
Yo, that Peacemaker thing was so funny. I wish they would have dove into that universe a little bit more. Oh, I wanted to. Where they house the colored people? Where they house them?
I
Where's
don't know.
everybody else? I want to see that
We'll,
so bad. Oh, I want to see it.
we will get the Peacemaker another day
They
because
should have
that is
showed
that.
it. Oh, they should have showed it.
Look, listen, we'll get to that another day.
Crazy
But
universe.
she started digging into Freddy Krueger. And speaking of Freddy Krueger, I think Robert Englund still put on a great performance.
Yeah.
But if I'm being honest,
Yeah,
he really doesn't get any kills in this movie. I think he
not
kills maybe
really.
one. Yeah, I think he gets one kill maybe.
That's why he was salty at Jason, and that's when I birthed my video. That's when my video was birthed. That's when it came to life. Jaden was Jason, not Jason. Freddy was hating so hard. He didn't think that this mindless, killer was going to like take all his kills. He thought Jason was going to share. This man's crazy. He breathes, okay, kills and eats. That's all he do. Probably take a shit sometimes,
Jason
take a
don't.
nap. That's
Jason
all
doesn't
he
eat.
do.
I don't even think he.
True, take
Jason.
that back. So he all he do is breathes, kills, probably sleeps. I don't know, and that's
I don't know
it.
about
He
sleep
thought he was going to share
because
some kills.
I
You
don't
share no
know
kills
because
with Freddy?
Jason walks everywhere. That's some dedicate. Him and Michael
Yeah,
Myers just some walking ass niggas. Like
yeah. You gotta eat
just,
something like a protein shake or something. I don't know. He beefed up. He need to eat something.
I, I,
He ain't a what's it called? He ain't a cannibal. He gotta eat something. Eat them souls. I don't know.
you sure about that? You sure about that? But yo, all
The
right.
one that grinded my gears though, I was over here like, Freddie, you think it was a good idea to resurrect Jason? This man's a killer, just like you. He was a killer just like Henry was. I'm just kidding.
I
Put up your
love
baby boy.
how I love how they had a fight in the dream world,
Oh,
and clearly Freddy Krueger was just like, oh, you really actually think you can beat me here? He's like, nigga, what? He started. I'm like, you just keep whooping this man's ass, and then you you realize that Jason's afraid of water, and I'm just like, is he?
yeah.
Now here's what threw me off. I was like, is he afraid of water? Because I've seen him in other Friday the 13th movies, and water never seems to be a problem.
Yeah, it's not like
That's
he's
I'm
like
just like,
dangerously scared of water. It's not like he's like paralyzed of water, like, oh no, no.
because like this man is literally in the one where they go to New York. My
Yeah.
man literally went into the water to get onto a boat. So I was just like, okay, I guess y'all needed to figure out something here, sure.
I'm telling you, you just proven my point with every comment. I was like, yeah, give me more. Give me
Plus,
more. Y'all
uh,
pieces together. I don't know why y'all pieces together like this.
also, just with between Freddy and Jason, there is such a tonal chaos to it
It
because
is.
Jason has always been menacing and brutal. There's never been, I mean, outside of maybe one or two kills overall, never been much in comedy. Freddy, on the other hand, started off
Oh yeah.
straight up scary
Yep.
and ended up becoming a
Kind of
pun,
comical.
a very comical killer that a lot of folks started to cheer for, which was kind of very weird when you
It's an
say that out
odd,
loud.
you
Because
know.
Freddy Krueger is a absolute. Let me be clear. I like Freddy Krueger as a character, but he's a horrible, horrible person that I could never actually cheer for. So it was just kind of weird. He's more of a monster than Jason and Michael Myers. Well,
Oh, wow.
so but he makes people laugh. So there's that. But when it came down to it, I think my biggest thing is just the fight. The actual physical fight of it
Well,
all
the fight.
was, yeah, the fight was awesome. Because first you got Jason, who's a tank, Freddy Krueger, who at the end of the day just has the strength of a human man.
That's it. Soaking wet. That's it.
Like he just has the strength of a human man. But when they got into a fight, Freddy Krueger had moves. Like Freddy Krueger knew martial arts. Freddy Krueger, I remember he did a combo where he got on top of Jason and dropped an elbow to the back of
That's
his
what he
head.
did.
I was just
What
like,
he
hey
did. You
yo.
watching WWE? You watching
I
something?
I'm like, yo, I've never seen Freddy Krueger really fight anybody in my life. My
Yeah,
man said,
no. He didn't really have no real opponents, really, just to be
my
honest.
man, my man said, huh?
He was trying everything. I bet he was. He's like, wait a minute, okay, he kind of big and strong. I got to throw some
It
combos or
even
something.
it even got into some Looney Tune shit where Freddy Krueger started hitting the oxygen tanks to hit Jason. He throws the rebar on him, sticks them all up,
Facts.
and then he gets caught up in that shit.
Yep.
But, yo, so much, yo. Until the Terrifier movies, I never seen so much fake blood. There's so much like because this fight has both of these guys spitting out like 3 gallons of blood, and it's so disgustingly awesome. When Jason goes to swing his machete and Freddy he swipes at it, and you just see him cut off all of Jason's fingers.
All clean off.
And it gets so Looney Tunes because that they do a close up on Jason with his nub, like
He kept going though. He kept going, and that's what matters. That's what matters.
and at the end of the day, uh, the girl and the boyfriend, I think they're like the sole survivors.
Yep.
And the fight ends in a stalemate
Mm-hmm.
because Freddy Krueger gets decapitated and Jason
Right.
like dies again from his injuries. Now, here's the funny part because I'm not sure if you've seen it.
Okay.
There's an alternate ending.
No.
Yeah, there's a alternate ending where it looks more like Freddy Krueger was the sole winner, and he goes back and kills the guy and girl.
Okay.
But they went. But I understand why they didn't go that way because one, I think it would have been like people would have been waiting for a new Nightmare on Elm Street,
Exactly.
and I don't think Robert Englund wanted to do another one, at least not to my knowledge.
Not to my
But
knowledge.
but instead we got that ending where first off the cinematography in some of these scenes is phenomenal, especially that last shot with Jason coming out of that morning fog, and he has Freddy Krueger's head,
That is
and
iconic.
then and the last scene Freddy looks in the camera and gives a
Did
wink.
so he did. That's
Now
iconic.
now listen, I hear you. Either way, I wanted you to. Either way, I just wanted to have you on just to have this conversation anyway.
I
Because
liked it.
okay, Freddy versus Jason is not. It's not high art. it,
Fair.
it, 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 it never has been. The genre alone is not giving us Macbeth monologues, but it's a good fucking time.
It is
And
a
for
good
this
time.
movie,
I'll give it that.
especially during this time, it was loud, gory. I mean, it was a great for 80s 90s slashers. This was definitely something that was for me. It was like this spoke to me because I grew up fearing these guys, especially Freddy Krueger because as a nigga from Philly, I don't do camping.
I
But
don't do
Freddy
camping either.
Freddy Krueger, that nigga gets you in your sleep.
Mhm.
That's something that absolutely terrifies me.
You got a point
Uh,
because I'm in the Scream and Chucky era.
yeah,
I was
and
afraid of.
and to be honest, if you came to this movie for like the plot or character growth or any of that shit, like you tripping, like it's because here's the thing. My media boss and even Demon Engine knows I have no problem. I have no problem shitting on movies when they're bad, but I have no problem telling a bad movie that it's good. Because there are bad movies that are good, and this is one of them. Like like this is not, especially when you have an actor like Robert Englund, who everyone forgets. This man was a classically trained stage actor.
Really?
What?
That's so cool.
Yeah, Robert England is he is a classically trained thespian, but this was his moneymaker.
Understandable. Go where the money goes.
You
Understandable.
know he was roommates with Mark Hamill before Star Wars.
No, that's like a
Yeah.
fan.
So how about that? Like Mark
Mhm.
Hamill got famous off Star Wars. This nigga was like, "Don't worry, I'm gonna get mines. I'm
He's
gonna
like, let
get
me cook.
mines." Then he became Freddy. He was like, "Well, shit."
All
Yo,
the good times.
side note: do you know how crazy Freddy Krueger, how popular he was? You know he has albums.
No,
Yeah, my Freddy
no.
Krueger has albums. He has a music video with the Fat Boys. Uh, Also, because of New Line Cinema and Freddy Krueger, that's how we got Kid and Play and the movie House Party. Did you
House
know that?
Party. That's a classic movie. I like.
Did you know that?
No, I did not know that. I did not
Here,
know that.
here's the connection, everybody. Here's the connection. Here's what happened. So originally, House Party was supposed to star Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff.
No,
Yes.
that'd be interesting. Hmm.
But what happened was Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff on their latest album, they did a song called Nightmare on My Street. And in the song, they sample sounds exclusively from Nightmare on Elm Street. New Line Cinema was not happy about that and filed a lawsuit. And New Line Cinema was also the ones who made House Party. So when they were locked into this legal battle with Kid and Play, they still wanted to go ahead and do House Party. So they replaced them with Kid and Play.
That's crazy. Now I can't imagine without Kid and Play now.
Yeah. So for those out there, think about it. There is a parallel universe where House Party is with Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff. But at the end of the day, Asia, I do enjoy your opinion. I really do. And I love going over good and bad movies with you.
Of course, yes. My pleasure. I am more than happy to share my outrageous opinions.
With that being said, folks, we're right here at the end of Salty Cinema. I know we went through a lot today, and it doesn't even feel like this amount of time has went by,
No,
but it has. So we're actually at the end of our show. The popcorn has gone cold. The floor is sticky, and it's time to get out of here. Uh, First and foremost, guys, I want to thank you for checking out Salty Cinema today. Please be sure to watch the film because this would not be a good review of it in any way, shape, or form. I do believe it is available on streaming, or if you're my age and you still have the physical DVD, find it, blow the dust off, and make sure it doesn't have any scratches in it.
good
Throw it in the
time.
DVD player.
Good times.
Asia, it's always an absolute pleasure. I really enjoy you being here. And next
Enjoyed that.
time we will be rolling into November, and I've got some very interesting choices for Salty Cinema, and hopefully you guys are going to be locked in to watch them and talk about them here.
Yes.
Make sure to take care of yourselves. The cinema is closed. The popcorn's cold. The popcorn's cold, and I've got to go. We'll see you next time.